of tennis. The game of tennis was remote to the 13th. It was practiced in several European and American. It was known as the Joe of Paume game with the palm of the hand. Hence, the name of the game originated from the tennis form. The initial game is practiced in enclosures and consists simply of passing a ball over a net hanging from the side walls of the enclosure. Each player was passing the ball with their own hands. Since at that time there were no rackets that we know today, when the player hits the ball, he shouts tennis from the French verb tennis, which means to hold or grab. Hence the name of the game that derived from the tennis form originated. A long time later, in the 8th order, the construction of a place for the place tennis. This place is known by the name HP Court. To facilitate the game, he built the first wooden rackets, an implement that is known as a fundamental part of tennis. As this sport is practiced in real circles, he began to know himself as real tennis. In the chaotic royal game was first sent, the ball was a servant to the converter swal and remain returned with the small wooden rackets.
The rules for play tennis. You have to have racket and ball. When the tennis match begins with the serve of one of the players. 2. The player has two serve opportunities. If they fail, you have another opportunity to enter ball. 3. The player can only hit the ball once per turn. 4. The game has an unusual score. The first point will be counted as is 50 points. The second as 30 points. And the third as 40 points. Tennis is played on court called a track of rectangular space of 23.78 meters long by 8.23 meters. For the double match, the court will be 10.97 wide. Thanks.
The tennis game long suite of layers and big box. Corset, hat, hood, shoulder pads, balmoral and cleat boots, and definite elite fashion, which reactive, interest the movement and flexibility, which greatly hindered the movement and flexibility than in a sport. As we know it today, crafts strictly necessary and now we know today. Uniforms. Thank you very much.
Hello teacher, my name is Jisel Chala. Mini project of tennis, accessories, tennis, rackets, tennis style of boy, sneakers, tennis of boy, teams ATP, country wear play, tennis, Australian, Melbourne, el One, en Big Slam.
Hi, my name is Jose Samuel Sánchez Esteves and I'm going to introduce the famous Ecuadorian and Venezuelan tennis athletes. Okay, let's go. In Ecuador, the world elite tennis player in the amateur era was Pancho Segura, while in the professional era, Andrés Gómez has been. Pancho Segura became the best individual male tennis player in the world, annually in 1950 and 1952, while Andrés Gómez in the ATP World Circuit won 54 titles, 21 singles and 33 doubles. Fabiola Ramos is a Venezuelan athlete of the specialty of table tennis, who was champion of Central America and the Caribbean in Mayagüez 2010 and South American champion in Medellin 2010. Ricardo Rodriguez from a young age at the national level. He reached the #1 of Venezuela in junior categories. Thanks. Goodbye.